gonna start stretching today. And basically, when you start stretching, you want to wear tight but comfortable clothing. My hair is gonna be up because I don't like it in my face. I don't have any jewelry on, earrings, necklaces, or finger rings. No toe rings, no nothing. And I'm basically comfortable in what I'm wearing. And if you're doing it at home, you can wear nothing as far as I'm concerned. Just don't let me know. If you're out, you probably want to wear more than maybe what I'm wearing. Maybe wear some shoes. I decided not to wear socks because my feet can slip on the carpet or on the hardwood floor, and I don't want to get hurt. There's a lot of different controversy whether stretching before an exercise or after an exercise helps at all. To be honest, I don't know. I've done a lot of research. I don't know. And to be honest, I don't care. All that I find out is that by stretching, I become more flexible. And who doesn't like someone who's more flexible? I actually like feeling flexible. It makes me feel prettier, and it actually makes me happier as a person. You might find that silly. If you find that silly, then just don't stretch. And why are you watching this video? So what we're going to do for the first stretch is we're actually going to start with our arms. Now, the arms are not as important as things like your back or your legs. You don't find them hurting as much in the morning, but they're still important to stretch because it just keeps the circulation up, and you don't want to focus on one more part of your body than the other part of your body just because it's a little biased, and it wouldn't hurt to get rid of that flab down here. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your first arm and you're going to put it across. What I used to believe is that you want to try and touch your ear to your arm. Not true at all. You want to push your arm, this part of your shoulder, down while pulling it this way. So I'm actually pushing it down while pulling it this way, and I feel a stretch way in the back of my arm. So you're going to do that for about 5-10 seconds. Some newspapers that actually say you have to do it for 60 seconds for it to take effect. It's whatever makes you feel good. It shouldn't hurt. You should feel a stretch, but that's about it. Then you go back as far as you can, maybe even touch your hands together, and you go across onto the other arm. Now, another stretch that you can do for your arms is the one that goes over your head. Now, there's 2 different stretches you want to do with this one. First one you want to do is where you put your arm over your head, and this, I have a birthmark, don't judge me. And the other hand pushes it as far down as possible. And it wants to go as far down back as you can. So the first one, you're actually going to push your arm down as far as you can. And you're going to hold that for a couple seconds. What you want to do after that is the second exercise, where you actually grab that hand and you pull down. As you can see here, my hair doesn't get in the way. And then you always switch arms. This exercise, you're actually pulling this arm up, and you should feel that stretch in your shoulder. But with this exercise, you're pulling that arm down, which makes it easier for you to actually hold hands behind your back. Now, for your next exercise, everyone has done it before, roll your shoulders. When you roll your shoulders, you don't want to hunch in like that. It doesn't look very comfortable. You want to go up as far as you can and like squish in, and then you want to go out as far as you can and to the bottom, and then up again and then out. You want to try and reach your ears without actually moving your body. And that's the same the exact other way. Now, with stationary exercises, there's also non-stationary exercises, which I'm not quite sure the role of. So one exercise you can do is the whole windmill, where you take your hands out in front of you. One is going to go up, one is going to go down. Some people can't do this, some people can. I can, and I'll show you how right now. So you're going to go up like that, and you're just going to go continuously. It's okay if you roll your shoulders and your bust a bit. The point is you want to focus on your arms and trying to keep them as flat as possible, right? My arms always stay. If I have to turn my body, I will. So you should be able to go either way. You can go fast, you can go slow, but you don't want to be going in the same direction either way. You're not a skier, you are stretching. Now, the next part of your body is you went from arms to shoulders. Even get your wrists, make sure that you spin them. Now, I know that lots of people crack. You can crack your fingers. Some people really don't like that. To be honest, study shows that they don't actually change anything in what you're doing, and it doesn't ruin your circulation, and it's just the nitrogen bubbles popping in your blood. Yes, you have nitrogen in your blood. Take biology, you'll learn it really quick. Now we're going to move into the neck. The neck, there's a common misconception of people going, ugh, where they lean their head back. That actually stretches out your vocal cords, and it's actually really bad for your windpipe. So what you want to do is you want to lean your head side to side. And I don't know if you heard that crack, but it was pretty loud. And that's okay. Like I said, it doesn't ruin circulation or anything. It's just proving that you haven't stretched in a while, and you really need to. So you lean to one side as far as you can. Your shoulders are going to stay boxy. You're going to sit up straight and suck in your gut. When you suck in your gut, it just improves the circulation. You're giving it less for the blood to sit down here. You're actually sucking it in, poofing out your chest, pulling your shoulders back, making you look more confident. And it's also increasing the circulation coming upwards because your muscles are contracting. So you lean your head to one side. You slowly go down, and you want to try and feel every single part of your neck, across your neck, as you go down and up the other side. Wow, that was a loud one. And you want to do that a couple times. For the people who go back, you are hurting your throat, and it is actually stretching your throat. You can do it. It's not going to kill you, but it's highly not recommended at all. It's just bad for you in a lot of different ways. So just don't do it. All right, before we move on to the back, I'm going to move on to the legs. Now, what you want to do for the legs, if you want to stretch each part of your leg. So first, we're going to start with the feet. So the feet, what you want to do is you want to rotate your ankle. You can rotate it while you're on the ground. That's my ankle. My ankle just pops. Or you can rotate it up in the air. I choose to do it on the ground just because that's easier for me. Next, you want to move up to the knees. So what you're going to do for the knees is you're going to actually take your leg. It's going to feel a stretch up here. You're going to take your leg. I don't know if the TV is too dark. You're going to grab your foot. You're going to make sure it's pointed as you can be. You're going to touch it to your butt, and you're going to try and straighten your thigh as much you can with the other leg, so that both the thighs match. And you're going to try, don't lean forward. You want to try to stand up as straight as you can. You can grab balance if you need to. Not everyone is the exact same flexibility or strength. So if you need to grab something for balance, you can always do that. And you want to be pushing down here. You want to feel this part of your body pushing down as you pull up with your leg, and you will feel a beautiful stretch right there. Something else you can do to get that stretch done is to sit like this. When you're sitting like this, what you want to do is you want to make sure you're sitting on both your feet, and you're just going to lay back as far as you can. Lots of people can't lay back this far. It will stretch out this part of your body as well, and it will help a lot, but it will stretch here if you push your knees down. If you're going like this, you won't feel it. If you're going like that, you're going to feel it right in your knees. And when you sit up, you want to put your hands on your sides, and you're going to push up. It's not as easy as it looks. Now, a more advanced stretch that you can do for your back, lots of people can't do, is called the bridge. Now, lots of people know the bridge as being this one, where you put your hands in a fist, and you lay back, and you lift up. I can't do it. It's really difficult. Another type of bridge that people do is when they put their hands over their head like this, they put their feet down as close to the butt as they can, and they lift. Now, lots of people can't do this. You need to have arm strength, and you need to have some leg strength, more arm strength than leg strength. I wish you good luck, but this is how far I can go. You tilt your head in, you fix your hands, and you push up. And there are some people, especially in circuses and such, who can go underneath their legs and come back over. Now, something you can do in that position is you can take your feet and you can go like this. Each foot here. See? Quite easy. Put your feet like that, and what you're going to do is you can take your foot and you can lift up. Lots of people can only go here. Lots of people can go here. It doesn't matter. Me, I've been doing this a long time, so don't go comparing yourself to me. I lift and I touch all the way to here. Now you're going to feel a stretch from here to here and along the inside of this part of your leg. Now you're going to do the same thing. You're going to flip over and you're going to do that side. Again, this stretch is just as long as you want to. It's not supposed to hurt. It's supposed to feel a little bit of a stretch and maybe even feel good. Now, what you're going to do now that you're in this position is you're going to hold your feet together and you're going to push your knees down. Lots of people can only go this far. Lots of people can go that far. Kind of sad, but true. And you want to push your knees down as far as you can until they're touching the ground. Me, I honestly can't get to the ground, but eventually I will be able to. For each of these exercises, you want to time them in your own way, and maybe once you get the rhythm down and you've memorized it, play with some beautiful music, and it will feel so great. I'm already sort of sweating. It is a bit of an exercise to push your body past where it usually goes. Next, what you want to do is you want to take one foot and lay it out flat, and the other foot, and you're going to pull it into your crotch. Don't squish those balls, but you want to pull it into your crotch. And what you want to do is you want to try and touch your toes. Some people can only reach here. Really sad, but maybe your gut gets in the way, maybe you're not flexible. It happens. You want to reach all the way down to your foot, and you want to grab the inside, not the toes. As you can see, the toes bend a lot, and it's not exactly a stable part of your body. That's really cheap. Grab the inside of your foot, and you want to try to do that with this hand, and then you want to try to do that with that hand, and maybe you can even do it with both hands. If you can do that, try and touch your forehead to your knee. Now, it will look like my leg is coming up, but as you can see, there's a natural hollow here. This part on my leg actually can't touch the floor because I'm curved here, so I'm not actually lifting my leg, and lots of times you'll feel like you are. You're not. It's called a natural hollow, and your body has all of them. So I'm going to touch here, and I'm going to put my head to my knee. If you can go past your knee, and you just pull down until you feel a stretch on the back of your leg. Now, you want to do that for the exact opposite leg. Again, inside, put your head down, and you want to hold it until you feel that stretch. What you can also do is when you go here, you can take this arm and you can push it over your body and try to grab it like that. You will feel a stretch not only in here, but again in here. Now, you've stretched a lot of your body, but we're going to fix a little bit more on the back before we finish on the legs, because the last part of the legs is a little bit tricky and not everyone could do. So what you're going to do is you're actually just going to touch the floor. Now, touching the floor requires a couple things. Feet shoulder length apart, no longer, or it's too far. That's more of a splits. Shoulder length apart, straight down. And what you want to do is you want to keep yourself flat as possible up the legs. You want to suck in your gut, right? And then you want to try to make a flat back. You don't want to curve at all. You just want to have a flat back, and you want to touch the ground. Try to touch with your fingertips, and if you can get to your fingertips, touch with your palms, and if you can get to your palms, try to touch with your elbows. Lots of people can't, but lots of people can, and it's fun to try. So I touch the ground with my hands. I can try and go to my elbows, but I can't go much farther than that. So basically, this is stretching not only the back of my legs, but if I straighten my back and try to reach down, it's much harder, but it stretches my back as well. Now, what you can do from this position is you can rotate your body. Don't move your feet, but rotate your body, and you will feel a stretch throughout your legs. Do not overextend yourself. You will get hurt. Now, what else you can do from this position is put your hands here and move your feet back into this position, the downward dog. That stretches the back of your legs very much, and it feels pretty good. And then you want to go down. This is called the cobra. What you're going to do is you're going to try to push your hips down, and it stretches out your stomach. And if you push your shoulders back, it stretches out your bust as well. This is called the praying child. Or that's what I was told it was called. And the praying child stretches out your shoulders and your back. You want to reach as far forward as you can and try to put your butt to your knees. I can't because my thighs are too big, but I tried. Now, for the last part, stretching your legs, you're going to try and do, it's a sort of splits thing. So you're going to take your feet and you're going to put it to your sides, and you're just going to slowly, boop, inch them sideways. Some people can get this far, some people can get that far. It all depends on how long you've been doing it. I've been doing it for a while, so I can get much farther, but I can't get all the way. Now you want to make sure that there's somewhere you can put your hands, or you're going to fall over. So I put my hands here, and that's as far as I can go. Now, something you can do with these sorts of stretches is you can practice by doing this, where you do a half stretch. You put your foot under your butt and stretch this leg out sideways, and you go in and you touch that leg. Stretches here and stretches here, and it's pretty good. Men don't complain when you know how to do the splits. Now, another type of splits that you can try is you want to take this foot, put it out, and you're going to take this foot and you're going to put it flat, and you're going to slowly inch it back. Oh, rug burn. And then you're going to try and lift up. It looks really silly because I don't know how to do it. This is as far as I can get. I'm much better with the other splits, but you want to try it on both sides, and this will learn how to stretch your groin. Lots of people pull their groin in physical activities, and it's very painful. So you don't want to do that. And that is all for stretching for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped out a bit. It helped clear some things up. And this is Hearts calling out to you. Thank you and goodbye.